What's good? This is my Memorial Day weekend. Headed to my favorite place in town, which is Midtown Comics. This one is on Grand Central, so 42nd in Lexington. I just got out of Grand Central Station, right to the subway. Just bought this story book, which is like a newspaper or magazine, I don't even know, from this dude that was selling them, which is cool. Because I like learning about stories, and it's by Gotham writers, which is sick. And I don't know, comics are about stories and stuff, and so it's this vlog. So, hey, alright, let's go. Let's get into comics. Welcome to New York City. Sorry. Get a little too wrapped up. Let's see where this is going. So I don't know what this place is because I usually don't come over here too often other than to go to comics and stuff. Sometimes I take the wrong train to Penn Station, and I come up here accidentally on the weekends, but it's all good. Yeah, New York sports looks cool. If I could afford it, but we won't know. Like, it's interesting because New York is a huge city, and there's just constant construction here. They're expanding, putting in newer buildings, a lot of like foreign investment from China and like, I don't know, other like foreign real estate companies, and I don't know, New York's just like a really good investment for real estate as being like the center capital of the world. It's pretty much for culture, economics, that kind of shit. But it's just interesting. And what's happening is that people are being outpriced here. So if you live here and you're a family or in your neighborhood, essentially what's happening is that your rent's going up. And this is because more and more people want to live here. It's becoming a wealthier city. And yeah, it's hard. So hashtag gentrification, but whatever. My rent's going up in August, like $200 a month, so whatever. Hey, this is, what up, bro, what up? Let's see, I think this is Lexington. Also, fuck the Mets. But I have respect for them. David Wright, I saw him in a cafe one time. He had like a broken arm. This is like, I think right before he retired, so mucho respect for the Mets. Even though the Yankees are the best team in New York. But whatever. We support both New York teams. Kind of. Alright, I think this is BNY Mellon, which is a bank. This is the MetLife building, so I'm not sure if MetLife, the company, is, I don't think there's any affiliation to that in the New York Mets. Essentially what Mets means is metropolitan, which is another word for city. And it's essentially the New York Metropolitans, which are the New York City goers, or the New York cities, or whatever. That's pretty cool. The Yankees are like an old term for like a patriot. I'm pretty sure it's like a slang term that the Brits used to call us. It's like a Yankee Doodle or something like that. So it's essentially where that came from, I think. Oh, this is a good bar. But yeah, it's cool. It's like, it's kind of like a derogatory term for us back then, because it was just like, oh, you're just a Yank, or you're a Yankee, and it was just like, obviously we're better than you because we're from the UK and we're from England. We have more money than you and all that shit. So it's like, alright, we'll take that word. We'll make it the name of our baseball team. And then we'll fucking win. Every game. No, not every game, but I think the New York Yankees have the most wins and championships of any sports team or franchise in the history of sports. Pretty sure that's right. Fuck yes. This looks like a Dodge Challenger, matted out. Well, some of it, not that, but it's matted. The tail's matted. Sick. I think the Challenger, probably my favorite muscle car, other than the Corvette. I do like it better than the Camaro, but the Camaro is pretty sick too. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Mustang. I like the old Mustangs, like the Shelby and all that shit. But the new ones, they're alright. A little overplayed. Essentially, anything that looks like a Batmobile is what I like. So, yeah. I think this is Lexington. Yeah. Lexington. There's Chrysler, which is essentially, you know, it's like outsiders and foreigners. It looks like the Empire State Building, but it's not. It's a different building. I think it's a cooler building, just because of the architecture, but it's obviously not as big as the Empire State. It's just different. I think I'm pretty sure it's a business building. Empire State is a bunch of like radio stations and other broadcasting shit in it. This is just a business building, and essentially this area, which is Grand Central, is like pretty much Wall Street outside of Wall Street, because this is uptown on like 45th. Wall Street is like below where the number starts, the southern tip of the island. So there's like a lot of banks. You know, JP Morgan headquarters is up here, which I've been to when I went to training for them, but whatever. And like, I don't know, a lot of like wealthy shops and people are around here like during the week, so it's interesting. And then during the weekend it's very touristy, that kind of shit. Let's cross the street here. Yeah, here's a comic book store. Now we go to the secret entrance to get to the comic book store. Just kidding, it's not secret. It's still fun. Let's see. So like you're walking down here like, where the fuck is the comic book shop? I have no idea. Maybe it's in here. Looks good. Holy fuck. It's actually really nice outside. Yeah, what else to say? Other than my good looks. Just kidding. But this is a sick shirt. It's like an angel shirt. Whatever. I just got it off of Instagram, which I do a lot of my shopping, but it's cool because it's mesh. So like there's holes in it. Fuck. So like it breathes on the outside, lets air in. So it feels pretty good when you walk around in the wind. Alright, let's see. Elevators are so creepy, but they're still cool. I always like elevators with 2 doors. It's like, I don't know, it feels hidden. Kind of like Men in Black a little bit. Let's see. This next one.
Why did they blame you? Every day? They blamed me for what?
Yeah, this is a comic shop. This is like heaven on earth in here.
So, what script book you have?
Let's see. Yeah, this is dope. I love these 12-inch figure. Everyone thinks these are fucking dolls or some shit, but to me they're like sculptures. Or like, I don't know, kids call them action figures, but they're really just like little sculptures and shit. Artwork. What else? Oh yeah, that's fucking dope as shit. See, like, you get like these custom ones, like Joker Gotham City Nightmare Collection, inner statue. Like, I don't recognize that Joker from anywhere, and like, it almost looks like he's being pumped with venom, which is from Bane. So it's like an interesting artistic take on the Joker, which is sick. Maybe it is from a comic, I don't know. 520, it's interesting. And this is what I grew up watching on TV. My morning cartoons, Batman the Animated Series. It's my version of Disney. Fucking watch that shit every day. My dad. Or sometimes with my dad, but let's see. Got like action figures, models, just like Gundam and shit. Yo, that's sick. That's from the movie. Yo, that's a crazy take on Wonder Woman. See, like, this is what I'm talking about, where they have like custom statues that are just like not out of the ordinary. Like that's Russian for the Soviet Union, USSR. So this is like Wonder Woman if she was, I don't know, Russian or like was from the USSR. Which I like to do a lot in comic books, is like to do like a different take. Yo, that's crazy. Superman. Russian Superman. Not Russian, but USSR Superman. That's fucking crazy. That's nuts. See, like the communist star there. That's interesting as fuck. That's dope. So it's Deadpool, and then this is fucking, what's his name? Darkseid. Oh, there's a bad plane. Yes. Yeah, cool. I feel like I just put down my magazine or newspaper or whatever, but fuck. Well, pick it up later. Alright, this is cool. Top of Lexington. These are what I call the stacks, which are just like old issues, sometimes back issues, a lot of comics. Like, this isn't much, but I don't mean to bend it, but like, yeah, this is like, I don't know, older. Not the most expensive in the shop, but still cool.
Plenty of life. You didn't even get to do stupid things yet. You did. Well, I don't know. You too. You're getting up there too.
What are you talking about? I'm like 12.
You need to shut up. Yeah, you girls should have
Wait, no. This is what I was looking for. Damn, it's. Fuck. Came here for number 2. This. They didn't have it at the other store because they were sold out.
Exactly.
Not for real. That's exactly.
No, that one is like, no. This is my picture you're going to put up.
I can see me being in the rich and white person. I'm not getting American. Because that's why I was doing
You're all so weird.
Let's see. That's fucking sick. Issue number 1000 of Batman, Detective Comics. And a lot of times these shops load like autographs, like artists and the writers and stuff that come in. They do deals with like publishers and like the artists to make like special covers and stuff that are specific to the shop. I just like more bread. This is sick.
Eat better. Eat a salad.
This was also my bread and butter growing up, watching this movie like every fucking day. Michael Keaton Batman. I think this is Batman '89.
I don't understand them. Like they're
Sick, Tim Burton.
super filling as you're eating them.
Super
And
dark
then
take,
literally,
but
like an
still
hour
pretty
later,
sick.
you're Winnie the Pooh and you got a rumbly and you're tumbling. And you're like, I don't understand. I ate a big salad, not even a little one, like a big one.
I have to watch it again because I don't know how much you couldn't do
Everything.
Did you open it when it was together?
Big salad.
Batman Beyond was good. Yo, man, do you have the Spider-Man Life Story #2 in stock?
Hold on. Sit.
So that's what the classic thing is, right?
Yo, Jay.
That was early. It was showing her like time. It was exactly like I could imagine you still could have like running down.
That's not even. I can't. My bad, I can't. That's. Yo, what the fuck?
We found the official endgame.
Yeah, it looks like we're out.
Word.
Sorry about that.
That's cool, man.
No, it's been very
Yeah,
popular.
I hear you. Downtown was also sold out, so I was like, damn, must be a hot cover. Yeah.
No.
Fuck. Means I have to order it online. What's this? Good Omens. Shit. Let's see. Yeah, this is sick. I might actually buy this. Yeah, I'm definitely buying this. Nuns and guns. Let's fucking go. Now my question is this a TV show or is this just like history and shit? The nice and accurate Good Omens TV companion. Regard to Garden. Fuck. So actually I haven't seen this show. Well, I'm interested in like history. I might just get it. Fuck it.
I'll let you. It to me. Yeah, no, because you have your sorrow, so I have to give it to you. I'm trading love.
Pretty sick.
The same one.
Let's see. I don't think I need anything else. So, what's the date? May 20th. So I'm pretty sure I got the latest issue of Batman Labs, which comes out mid-month. Let's see. Sketchbook. Good Omens. Trying to see.
This is your time to
I feel like this is like about the actors and stuff. Yeah, like, and that's interesting. The new Aquarian. It's like what he's reading. Like the Age of Aquarius. This almost looks like a fucking I don't know.
Oh, you
Windless Cold, Web Nursing
Wait,
Show.
ready? ATVs. I was looking, but not. Oh, that's another one. I don't know which one I want.
All of you guys. You guys are like sisters.
No, I
You
thought
just
the
turned
same.
it into something.
I thought the same. I was like, are you sisters? And she's like, no. I'm like, wait, but she is your sister. Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, he got confused.
I was mad confused,
He was
bro.
talking about one person, I was talking about the other
Just
two.
really keep the
I'm like, wait, she's your sister. She goes, no, that one's not. I'm like, wait, I'm
I think
confused.
right now the most expensive is this one. Yo, what up, man?
Yep.
Yeah, let me go online to take a video, yeah.
Okay. No problem. You want to count with us?
Yeah.
Account number.
12 28 91.
Are you getting it? What do you want?
Name?
No, I'm good.
Kevin. Pretty big go, man.
You're getting 14.89 home.
This one.
So it was 37, 36.
Yeah, I'm just like, taking a vlog or whatever.
Gotcha.
Which I do sometimes. Let's see.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Sweet.
Set it on out. You ready for war?
Trying to hit this. There you go. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
So this one, Batman Damned, came out in the fall. It's like limited release because the artwork and the story is so good. So like, I don't know, I think there's only 3. The 3rd one hasn't come out yet, but it's so expensive because it's the first comic to show Batman's cock or dick in comics. Like they straight up show his dick. So like, obviously center for major controversy and like a lot of backlash because, I don't know, draws like the comparison is like comics supposed to be kid or for mature readers, or can comics just be for anyone? So it's pretty cool. So obviously like DC recalled the first issues that had the image, yeah, thanks man, of the penis or whatever, the cock, and the later issues don't have it. So like anything that was the first issue with it is rare. Oh, man. And like, because they stopped printing them, issues become rare, they go up in value, so that one on the shelf is like $1,200, and it's a comic that just came out in the fall. But the reason that one was so expensive is because it was signed, I think, with the artist, which is pretty dope. Let's see.